Hi guys, welcome to tonight's evening flight as we are here in London Luton Airport. We're going to be flying to Charles de Gaulle in Paris, and we're going with TUI Fly and the updated ZiboMod. Now all is working. Flight time's around an hour, and we're climbing for a flight level of 230. And the weather isn't good on the way out, but it should be okay, around 10 knots on the way in for the approach. So don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. And with that all said and done, we'll be going into the cockpit in just a moment. Okay, so here we are in the Zibo. We've got our parking brake which is set. I can go up and turn on the bats if I can find them. There we go, 1, 2 with a standby and 3. There we go. So batteries on, standby power's on, and ground power has been active. For our DCs we've got bat and ground power. Our IRS switches can go to align. There we go. Okay, after that cab util and IFE pass is both on. Emergency lights go on. Next up, no smoking, which can also be on. After that we've got exterior lights as required and anti-collision light off. Window heat. Let's test that. Okay, so turn the window heat on. IRS and airport ref position. So 1 to go. How's it going, Louis boy? Hope you're well, my man. Okay, so they're ready to go. We can put them onto nav. And then if we head into the FMC, there we go, all come to life. So now that's been done, I'll probe heat as required. We'll do that afterwards, after the engines start. Anti-ice engine hydraulic pumps are on. Fuel pumps are all off. Trim air on. Isolation valve can be opened, which it is. Left and right recircs can go to auto. Fuel before APU. Cruise and landing altitudes set. So we're going to be going for a cruise of 230. And our landing elevation is 390. So we'll put it to 4. Okay, that's all good. Next up, fasten seat belts can go to auto. Route perf and M1. Now we'll go back in, get our route done. So we're going from Echo Golf Golf Whiskey, and we're going to Lima Foxtrot Papa Golf. Departure today's from runway 26. and we're going to be taking the Charlie Papa Tango 3 Bravo. After that, we'll be taking the November 859 to Golf Whiskey Charlie. Then we'll head straight to Wafu. Then after Wafu, we've got Bibax. And then we'll come in for our arrival for runway 26 right with the Bibex 8 Victor. Okay, turn the glide slope off. Go to our perf. Just put cost of 1, cost of 30. And we're going to be flying at level 230. Go to our N1 limit. Okay, so I do climb out. Next up, we'll move on to takeoff. We'll do flaps 5. Got 142, 144, and 152. So put 152 in here. There we go. It's all good. Let's go into the legs. Check for any discontinuities. Nope. None there. Okay, so let's set our cruise altitude, which is all good. And we'll bug for the runway heading. Just keep it like that for now. Keep it nice and simple. Okay, so the QNH for Luton is 1009. And we'll do that over here as well. If I press the mouse too hard, it activates the mouse as a whole one. There we go. Right, let's sort that out. A1009. That's all good. Let's cross these out. Okay, so now that's all been done and set. Let's go back to our checklist. Altimeter is set. Let's start the APU up. And we can open number 1 just to give it a head start. So we just wait for the APU gen to come on. Once that comes alive, then we can start to get going. There we go, there's the gen. Okay, gen down. APU and engine bleeds on. AC/DC's bat and APU gen. Now we've got our flight directors can go on. Auto throttle stays off. Max 152 plus 15, so 6267. Okay. Altitude, cruise altitude set. Landing gear down, speed brake lever down. Yaw dampers on. And now we can put our electrics and our fuel pumps as we are going to get ready to go. Turn our anti-collision light on. Position light can go to steady. And auto throttle can go to arm. Just take a quick look outside. As we are still there. Okay. What we can also do is go into the AVI tab and retract the stairs. Doors locked. Move our chocks. ACU can be disconnected, and so can the GPU. So everything's all moved away from the aircraft. Okay, so that's pretty much us ready to go. What we can do now is we can turn the left and right pack off. And now we can call for our groundsman.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
So we're just waiting for the tow to come up. What we can do is put our logo on. Just put a taxi light on too.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect.
Okay, so now he's going to connect.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Okay, parking brake is released.
Starting pushback and you may start engines.
Okay, so go with engine number 1. Okay, so we'll go to engine number 2 now. Okay, so that's our engines on. So what we can do now, let's get the aircraft ready to go. Okay, so engine 1 and 2 gen on. System electronics are on. AC/DCs, BAT and Gen 1 on. Probe heats
Operation
on.
complete. Set parking brake.
Parking brake set.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Left and right packs back to auto. Isolation valve auto. APU bleed off, and we can go ahead and turn our APU off. Whilst I forget, let's turn off our runway turn-offs. He's all happy, and so are we, as that is our check complete.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
I'll see you soon, take care for now. Okay, so we are all good to go. So all that's left now is to set our flaps, and then we can go and taxi on down for runway 26. I went the opposite direction this time, as we always go out from the right, so I thought it'd be different to do something different today. Okay, so let's set our flaps. Flaps 5. I will download the terrain and weather radars. I'll do that tomorrow. So what we can do now is release our parking brake, and we are all good to go. So let's open throttles a little bit. And off we go. So we're going to be taxiing out for runway 26 and coming down on 26 right. As this is the new updated Zibo. So I tested it out earlier on a test flight, and the top of descent has managed to fix itself from the previous version that I had. So now I can do more flights with the Zibo. So we're just going to come down and then swing a left to go back on ourselves. This is Bravo 6, I think. I wanted to go back to Charles de Gaulle because I did put some orthos down there, so it should be a nice morning arrival. It's currently 20 to 4 in the morning, but we have got the real-time weather on, so, and it is pretty windy here. The return flight that I did to test out the new Zibo was a quick flight just from Gatwick to Luton, and the cloud layer was so low that I thought, you know, it'd be better to go from Luton. So when we burst through them clouds, we'll come through to some nicer weather on the other side. So we'll just follow the taxiway now all the way down to the bottom, and then back taxi the runway to turn around and take off. It's nice to be back in the Zibo. So today will be a very good flight, hopefully a nice buttery landing. How's it going, EDDK? Hope you're all good, my man. Yeah, I like Helos's too, bro. Okay, so we're just near to 26. As we just slow down a little bit. Okay. So what we can do is turn our strobes on. Would have put our strobes on at this hold, but just thought we can do it now so then we can get more view outside. Okay, so crossing over the hold line and entering runway 26. The roar of them engines is something. So we'll turn left, spin around, activate the LNAV and VNAV, and then get the hell out of here. Okay, so let's turn around. just straighten up. There we go. Okay, that'll do. Parking brake on. Okay, so I'm following out the procedures. I would have just done it all quick, but seeing as we're live, we'll do it all by the book. So, I've got our before takeoff, I've got our engine start switches to continue. Next up, we've got our auto brake to RTO, which is set. Runway turn-offs off, and landing lights can go on. Turn on our nose wheel, etc. LNAV and VNAV on. Okay, we'll do the weather and the radar, etc. We can turn that to RTO. Alright, so let's go ahead and start the clock. Release the brakes. 40% and toga. Check. Rotate.
Positive rate.
Gear up. Check. Yeah.
1000.
And we can now turn the throttle on. And flaps can go up. And LNAV and VNAV is engaged. Keep flaps on for now. As you can see, the weather's really bad up here in Luton Airport. How's it going, Lepertif? Hope you're well, my man. Okay, so flaps back, and there we go, bursting through the clouds and away from all that horrible weather. You can turn the full angle on, so the aircraft can get the turns. How's it going, Flight Sim World? Hope you're all good, my man. Okay, turn off our wipers. Now we'll level off for 4,000. So we've got to be above 3,000. Into 5, go up to 129 by Vapid, up to 230, and by Wafu will come down by Bivex. So it's pretty straightforward to fly. Hey George, how's it going, my man? No, I haven't seen the 737-600, my man. But you know what? After I finish the flight, I will take a look at it. If you can leave the link on my previous video, and I'll be sure to take a look at that, because that'd be something that would be really good to see, and we could have a new aircraft in the family. Thanks, bro. I appreciate it, my man. Now, the wind down in France, last time I looked, it was 190 at 10. So, I'm not too sure how much it might have changed. Not too much, I should imagine. Not like Luton Airport. So, when we come in, it shouldn't be too rocky. So, now we're getting ready to cross over the ocean and go over into France. Okay, so if we go to our takeoff and climb, throttles 57.1 stable, parking brakes released as always, throttle M1 go up, yeah. We didn't hit the N1 this time because it didn't actually want to be engaged. The button isn't wanting to work by the looks of things, but it's probably just a bug. Auto brake can go off as well. There we go. Okay, now on to France we come. At the moment, up in the air, we get around between the end of the late 30s through to 40s, but on the ground, I can get over 60 frames on the ground easy, but it's just the real-time weather that knocks it all down. But I mean, it's smooth as it is up in the air. I don't really care too much about what it is up in the air. It's more down on the ground, and on the ground when I did the flight just before this one, when I was at Gatwick, which had the orthos on, was getting 65 frames in this updated Zibo in the same weather, etc. So, you know, for me, it's more of a frames on the ground. Up in the air, you know, I don't think you need too much frames to keep it all smooth. But as long as the frames are high for me on the ground, that's the main thing, because everything's smooth. Now on the actual SID, we've got to stay at 5,000 for another 17 miles, then we'll go up to 129. With the frames though, you know, it can all vary. I put an overclock on the other day and the frames dropped. I put on a new overclock, still running at 5.2 gigahertz, and it's up in the late 50s to 60s easy. You know, and it's something that I want, because if you don't, then you're going to get quite a bit of blockiness. But I'm not going to bother putting on the wind wipers. We don't need to see anything right now. All we need to do is start that climb. Could get it to climb out, but just going to let it do what it needs to. I'm not going to interrupt the flight plan. The only thing that I miss in the Zibo that is not just readily there on the 757 is the direct to button, as I can't, it's not present, and I don't really can't really be asked to press different buttons just to get it working. You know, if the button's there to use them, we'll use it. If not, then, you know, we'll just carry on as usual. Okay, so as you can see, the weather is pretty crappy. I mean, I would turn off the landing lights, but we haven't even gone past 10,000 yet. We haven't even trans to standard barometric or nothing. But as soon as we get our next fix, then we're going to fly up to 230. If ATC was on, then this would have been all different. You see there's quite a little bit of turbulence. Got the seatbelt sign on. The one thing that I know is I know that the sun's up because I can see it reflecting off of the timer, and now we'll make that climb up. Don't know why the plane gets so excited, as I mean, he's trying to go up at 6,000 feet a minute. What a legend. Okay, we'll switch over to standard. Okay, standard's on. Now climbing through 6 into 7,000 in just a minute. Hey, so we're going through 8,000 now. Obviously it's climbing because it's in N1, so it's going to catch the ascent rate for the speed, which is why it went spastic as soon as we entered the restriction up to 230. Okay, so 10,000 landing lights can all go off. Let's have a look at our aircraft. Okay, so what you just saw there was the weather reset itself. That's the real-time weather. Okay, I hear what you're saying, George. Yeah, I've got better pushback myself, yeah. I don't really know too much about the AMD Ryzens, as I've only really stuck with Intel. But I did hear about the AMD that's coming out, that one with huge processors. Which I wonder how much the price tag will be on that one. So going through 16,000. Hey, so there's our top of climb. Okay, so sit back and enjoy the ride, guys. One thing I like with the Zibo, which you don't get in the 757, is it'll only tell you when your ETA of arrival is. Obviously we've got here at 4:20. It's going to be our top of descent. So, join me back here in 20 minutes when we get this bird down, and we'll see if we can butter her. Like I say, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all when we get ready to go. And just to make sure now, as we are at our cruise, yep, 4:20 we come down. Okay, so join me then, and I'll see you soon.
Thousand to go.
Right guys, we're near to our top of descent. What we can start to do now is preset the QNH down in France, which is 1028. Let's just go over onto the other side. I'll do that too. Go 1028. Go down into the FMC. Got some fast speeds here. Take 151 just to be risky, and we'll also set our auto brake to level 3. Okay, so there's our top of descent, coming right for us. What we'll also do is we'll reshape the head shake just to make sure that everything's all good. That's something that they do need to fix, but for the time being it will do for now. Okay, so when I tested the Zibo update from the old one that didn't want to do the top of descent, I did a flight before this and it did go and work, so it was fixed, so it has no reasons to not go down from top of descent. Now what it's doing is it's going to speed up to, oh, I can't really tell you why he's speeding up, but there you go. This is what I mean, the aircraft does some funky things and there's nothing in here to describe otherwise. Let's be below 240. See what it does when it gets to the next waypoint. If not, we'll just manually intervene and bring her down. There we go, now we've gone back down to 250. Open speed brakes. Okay, so there's our new top of descent. Retract the speed brakes now. There's no reason for it to not activate this time. Okay, so now we're starting our descent. Down into Charles de Gaulle. Autopilot has engaged. And now we're on our way down. Want to turn off the glide slope on the... Yep, that's all good. Okay, we'll open up the speed brakes. Let's give us some drag. Okay, so let's go to our descent checklist. Engine start switches are continuous, and landing lights under 10,000. That'll be the descent procedure. Already done. Okay, just passing through 20,000 now as we make our way towards Gatwick Airport. Okay, just going through 19,000 now, down to 4. One thing we need to do is set this to 3. Okay. So QNHs. Okay, so it's a 151. Okay, so we need to be in between 11 and 12,000 at Mopa. Hey George, when's the next live stream going to be? Do you mean when's the next live stream, or what is the next flight in the live stream going to be? What I'm going to do is I'm going to preset the ILS as well, which is 11195,264. Okay, so that's all gone, ready on standby. As you can see, we'll go up, then spin around. Not going to bother to set the VRR lock. Tomorrow there'll be a live stream, either first thing in the morning around 9 o'clock, which is in the UK time, so 9 AM. We'll be doing our next live stream, so make sure you're there. Hit the bell to get notified of our next flight. So now we're going to level off. Now we've just crossed to stay between 11 and 12. As I have a few things to do tomorrow. The live stream will be done in the morning. If it can be done in the evening, then I'll try my best. When and where with what aircraft? We'll be doing the Zibo again tomorrow. It'll be in a different lovely livery, and make sure you check it out. Now, as you can see, Charles de Gaulle is right in front of us, and we're ready to go. I'm not going to activate the VOR lock as it's visible and conditions are clear. So we're nearing 10,000 feet, so we'll go ahead and put our landing lights on and our runway turn-offs. Okay.
Verehrte Gäste, ich darf Sie bitten, dass Sie auf Ihre Plätze zurückkehren und sich dort wieder anschnallen. Vielen Dank.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to ask you to stand back to your seats, fasten your seatbelts, and refrain from using the laboratory. Thank you very much.
Okay, just passing through 10,000 now. Winds are currently 31. Should be okay. Okay, so if you look on our legs, 4,000 now, 179. Okay, so speed is controlled. There's no need to intervene. What we can do now, so as we're getting closer, we can activate the ILS. But like I say, I'm not putting the VOR lock or anything on. I'm just going to let the LNAV take us back round, and then we'll deactivate the autopilot and come down. Pretty straightforward. Let's see how it goes. Okay, so got a little bit of turbulence. As you can see, 5 miles will start our deceleration to 179. Okay, so 151 flaps 30. Okay, wait, speed brakes. So come down. Okay, so it's getting a little bit rocky. Go to flaps 1. and tell them to prepare for landing. Okay, so we're all ready to go in. Like I say, I'm not going to activate the VOR lock. I've just got the ILS set, and as soon as we get established, we'll just disconnect and come down.
1,000 to go.
Okay, so the glide slope's active. So we'll do our left turn, or right, depending on which way the aircraft wants to go. I will just hold at 4,000 until the glide slope comes back. Okay, so let's go down. Flaps 2. Pretty rocky, probably one of the rockiest I've streamed so far. It was Jamaica, that was just extreme, that was crazy. Okay, so we'll drop the gear. Flaps 10. Okay, so the glide slope's active. Flaps 20. Okay, so the VOR is active. What I'm trying to do, there we go, that's what I'm trying to do. For some reason the mouse got stuck and I thought it was going to try and mess up the landing. So let's go flaps 30 and let's get back on to catching this glide slope. Okay, so speed brakes are armed. Okay, so here comes the glide slope.
2,500.
1,000.
Check.
1,000 feet, stabilize, Mr. Birch, altitude set.
Approaching minimums. 30. 20. 10.
There we go. Speed brake up and reversers are active. Oh, that was a rocky one.
80 knots.
Check. And reversers off. Oh, that was the rockiest one that we've done. So, we got down okay. Let's turn the auto brake off. We can retract our flaps and turn off the speed brake. Okay, so let's see what taxiway we've just turned off of. We come for whiskey. Whiskey 2. Okay, so come for whiskey 2. And we're going to slip into the gate. Let's see if they've got any room for us. Actually, I can see one here. Really got a guy here. I have to find somewhere else, guys. I thought that was a jetway for our one, but obviously it weren't. There's one over there that's free by the looks of it, that we can scoot onto. Just that. Thing is, with the open scenery aircraft add-on, you also have to make sure that there's room for you when you come to the airport. Okay, so here we are at the gate. Throttles back to idle. And there we are. Okay, so parking brake on. Shut down the engines. Also turn off all of our lights. That's the IRS. Let's just turn that off. Hold up. There we go. And there she is, guys, down in Charles de Gaulle with TUI Fly. And I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next on my next stream coming very soon. Take care for now, and I'll see you all soon. Bye bye.